Hey, what's happening, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Holloway's Garage. Today we're going to be messing with my skid steer. It's just an old 873 made by Bobcat. And I was using the brush cutter on it, and that's why it's on here now. And I just tightened the blades up on it. But what I want to do is put a K-strain on this thing. So I'm going to measure for it and then kind of walk you through what I'm going to do it. There's a bunch of different ways you could go about it, but this is the easiest way on this machine, I think. And so we'll kind of measure things out, look it over, and go from there. But let's get in here and start digging in this thing and see how greasy we could get. All right, I got a mark down there. We'll just untie this. Try to. Should have brought a knife up here. All right. I'll just pull this out and we'll lay it flat on the ground. And that way we can get our measurement. That's where I have it marked. I am going to give it like probably 6 inches or so slack, because I could lose that somewhere in here anyway. Actually, I might even give it more, because I'll probably end up losing it up through this frame and then down through the frame here. I'll lose a little bit. I'm going to lower this down now. So it's about 13 foot 3 inches. I'm just going to go with 14. So I'll just go with 14 even. And I think that should get us where we need to be. Now, I'm going to research this a little bit just to see. But I just want to make sure that the line I get is a sufficient size. So I'm not really sure what the best diameter is for K-strain. I don't run a high flow unit or anything, obviously. So just standard flow. And the majority of these attachments, I don't think are going to get a lot of excess hydraulic fluid coming out of them. So I probably don't have to run a huge line, but probably 3/8 or ½ inch or something, I would say would be fine. But I'm going to do some research and try to figure it out from there. All right, so I finally got my fittings and hose and everything for this. So I got 14 foot of hose. I got fittings for the bulkhead. I got bulkhead fittings. I'm just using 3/8 inch line. And then I have bulkhead fittings to go through here. I'm going to I'll probably just weld a washer in here or something, so I could just run the bulkhead fitting through here, because you can't do it right now, obviously. And then that's kind of it. I actually do have to figure out, I got to lift the cab and figure out how to get in here the best way. So I'm going to need to get in. I can't get my hand in there. Oh, that's a bummer. I don't know how to do that. I'll look at it from underneath because I got to get my hand in there somehow to hold the backside with a nut. To hold the backside with one of these nuts, so then I could stick it through the plastic, hold that nut, and lock it down somehow. Unless I have to get some kind of other fitting. I think that should do it though. Kind of want to do this, get it done today or tonight or tomorrow morning maybe or something, or after work tomorrow. Because then I can, this thing's a mess. Because then I can test out my mulcher, this Chinese mulcher I bought. So we'll see how that thing goes. I'll put a video of that also, obviously. All right, also found a good, I don't know, this is probably like a 3/4 washer or something like that. But it should fit perfectly. I'll have to straighten this out a little bit before I tack it in there. But basically, fits perfect in there. And then I'll run my line on the other side. I'm just gonna feed it and zip tie it to these hard lines. And once I do that, then I'll just run it back into under the cab, and then we can do what we need to do with that tank. Probably have to we'll pull that hose off and then go from there. Really. All right, so we're just gonna run this Softline. Kind of just run it up through here with the hard ones for now. See what we got. You know, all kinds of grease on this stuff. So I kind of just run it with these, shove it down in here somewhere. And we'll pull it through. I might have got too much line, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I gave it a lot of slack because when I lift up, it's gonna pull tighter. Where did I go with this? My hands are gonna be covered in grease now. I should have put gloves on real quick. All right. Actually, maybe I'll feed it. I'm gonna feed it the other way, from inside the cab out, because it's just gonna be easier that way. Open this compartment on the side just so it's easier to maneuver the stuff. That grease is falling out of there. I need to clean bad. So kind of tight in here. All right. I should have stuck a plug in this thing because it's gonna get covered in grease and dirt. Already got her through. Sitting up here on the battery. Let these go too. Yeah, that was stupid of me. We got it all out basically, but I'm gonna have to take a vacuum or something, clean all that shit out of there. Try to get this to end up in there. Here we go. Cool. Got it in there. So I'll zip tie it all up just to make sure that we got it where we want it. And to kind of keep it away from other lines, it's down there. Let's see what we got here. So I'll leave it slack kind of up through here. I don't even see it in here now. Where in the world? Oh no, I might have pulled it all the way through. Dang near it did. Now it would have been really awesome if I could get it right in here. Just ran a 90 just like that. Because I don't know if I'm gonna have enough hose. Darn it! I thought I actually gave myself a lot extra. Oh yeah, well, I think we should be good. Yeah, we should be all right. All right, that's all better. I might even be able to get it down in there. Might be able to get it down in there actually. So let me try to wiggle this thing around, and then I'll zip tie it all up, and that way it should be good to go. I was gonna run it on the inside, but these bolts are gonna end up chafing it. I guess unless I can get it tight like that, then I should be okay. Get it tight on the other side. All right, I'm gonna play with it for a minute and then I'll come back and let you guys know what's up. All right, I haven't zip tied it or made it permanent or anything yet, but it's kind of roughly where I'm gonna have it. And I think that's enough play up in the side here where I should be good. Obviously, I'll give it a little more probably. I'm gonna have to put something to keep it from chafing. I'll cut a piece of old hose or something like that, garden hose. And then here's what I got down here. It's run down along here. Just got to make sure it doesn't hit anything. And anywhere it's touching, I'm just gonna cut a piece of old garden hose and put in, and hopefully that'll keep it from chafing through. And so I pulled the hose on it. I can't get my finger in there deep enough to where I can get my finger in and push it to the side. So I'm gonna pull this plug, and you can see the line right here. That 90 is gonna be perfect right there. Hopefully I get this plug in and be able to get my finger in there. If I could grab it like that and kind of pinch it or something. I'm kind of just hoping that I can do that. I guess we'll see. I don't know. We'll see what that plug looks like when I get it out too. It might be something crazy going on with it. I don't think so. I think it's metal. That's like fused into the plastic. So it would be nice if all this, because you can see that's where the plug sits, bottom of it. If I could have, I don't know. No, there's not enough. There's not a whole lot of cushion here for it to give enough where I can get because that would have been sweet. I could have just get an adapter for this into the other thing I needed. I could get my finger in there. I just don't know. It's such a pain in the ass. I don't know if I'm going to be able to hold it with my finger and get it threaded enough without it backing off, you know? We'll see. I'm probably not going to videotape this because it's just in the way. Everything's in the way. I'm going to drill a little hole here, that fitting size, and hopefully it will work. We'll see. I'm also going to pack my bit with grease so it keeps all the junk out of there, hopefully. Keeps the plastic out. I don't know that will really affect the hydraulic pump so much. I think a lot of it will get pulled in by the filters. And then the pump, whatever's left, if there's any tiny plastic, it'll probably just eat right through it. But you don't want to get metal in there, obviously. But I'm going to give that a shot and see where that goes. Hear my neighbor's donkey. So, couldn't really. So I drilled a 1/2-inch hole, and then I figured, well, I could kind of tap that hole. So I did that with a straight piece, and it's not flush, but whatever. I might stick some epoxy or something on the outside before I seal it, or before I tighten it all the way so it's sealed, and then at least it'll be good to go. I don't know. I couldn't get it in there straight. So I did it with a straight one. So I get the torque I needed and the bite. And then I'm hoping I could probably tighten this from the backside, finger tight, but I don't even think I'm going to take the chance on it because that's going to end up vibrating free and just laying in the bottom of the hydraulic tank. And I don't really need that in the bottom of the hydraulic tank. So that's kind of threaded, you can see. So I'll see if I can work it down straighter. Like I said, I mean, I'm not all that worried about it because, oh no, don't booger them up. I'm not extremely worried about it because I'll just stick some like epoxy or something on there. Come on, baby. And I don't want to booger up what's there because it's only plastic. Actually, that's pretty flush now, so that's cool. All right, let me go get a wrench. I'll tighten that thing down all the way. I think it will seal without me even having to put anything on it. But I might just put a dab or something on there of silicone just to be on the safe side. And then we can hook that hose up. Then we'll zip tie everything, weld this little piece here, and then we'll be good to go. What do you think about that, Quimby? You excited? Because then you can get out of here and sit on the couch and watch TV. Yeah. Lazy bones. All right. So I threw some of that great stuff on there. It's just like a gasket maker. Whatever. I don't know. Looks like shit, but doesn't matter to me. And then these are always nice. These crow's foot wrenches or whatever. So you can get it. Golly. Well, this is kind of like a terrible spot for it, but yeah, it's annoying. I'm not gonna film this. I'm just tightening it up, really. That's all. All right, it's buttoned up. I gotta order a new screen. The screen that was in there is no good, obviously. I'm not gonna even bother putting it back in. So I'll order a new screen for that tube there. That looks pretty good to me. It's nice and clean, and well, it's nice and tight and everything. I haven't zip tied anything yet, and I probably won't until tomorrow. I'm just gonna weld this up and mount it, just so I know I have all the fittings I need, and then I'll run everything, zip tie it, and kind of go from there. I'll probably raise it all the way up, see what kind of slack I need, and then zip tie it, and that's it. Queen is just whining this whole time, and it's getting annoying, so probably gotta go inside soon. Oh, she found a stick, so she's alright for a minute. Huh, Quinn? You a stick? But I'm gonna weld this in there real quick, and then we'll bolt that in, and we'll be good to go. All right, so we'll just weld that thing in there, and should be good. Hopefully. Queen, go. Go away. Alright, good enough for me. She's hot. Alright, it's tacked in there good. Not gonna go anywhere. I'll probably just whack it with some spray paint and call it a day. done deal here, kinda. She's solid. I tightened everything down. It's rigged up, but whatever. I had a couple of these 1/2 inch flat face fittings laying around, and typically I think like a case drain is like a 3/8, but this was just what I had, and it's cheap. You know, it's free. These things, they're like $60 a piece or $70 a piece. So it's there and it works. I'll just have to change. I have extras, so I'll just have to change those on the attachments I'm using to a 1/2 inch flat face. I zip tied it. I didn't cut them yet, but it's zip tied up there, and I think it should be kind of pretty dang solid. I just ran it all the way down. I want to leave it kind of have some slack. I am going to have to put a piece of hose along here, and then I got a zip tied down in there. Where else? Down in there. It runs right out the back, right through down in here. I don't know if you could see it, but that should work pretty well. And then next video I'll put up is me using that Chinese forestry mulcher. It's a 70 inch, I think, or 76 inch, and it's got a big drum on it. It's like 2,000 pounds or something, so it should work really well with this thing. I've heard people use them with you know, standard flow machines, and that's what this is. So hopefully it'll work out pretty well. Hey guys, well thanks for checking out this episode of Holly's Garage. So we were able to get that case drain in there, and the next thing I'll do is I'll put a video up of that forestry mulcher and how it works with this machine, even though it's standard flow. I hope you like what you saw. If you did, please give me that thumbs up, and if you want to see more, hit subscribe. I'll be working on this kind of stuff. I'll be working on old trucks and just a bunch of random stuff. I'm having a hard time getting like the videos edited and up in a decent amount of time, so I'll start working on doing that better. And if there's anything you guys want to see or you have any questions, just feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you want to see, or like if you had questions about this machine or whatever, or any of the trucks. I'll see if I can help you out. But thanks again, and please hit that subscribe button. Thank you.